This conference will now be recorded.
Hi guys, good evening all of you. So I'm going to start a special procurement process in which already we finished the consignment and subcontracting and now come to pipeline processing. So what does it mean? Any flow of material either through pipe, let's say pipe means water, okay, that is flowing through pipe, and oil and gas company, underground pipes, they will receive the material. That is also kind of pipeline material, right? And whatever flow of goods, either via pipe or via cable, like broadband connection, internet, and electricity, this is also pipeline material. Okay. So how to customize this in SAP? The pipeline material is a type of material that is already available into the production process or a consumption center through a pipeline. For example, oil, water,
Can you increase the
electricity.
notes a little bit? Can you increase the font?
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So now
Yeah.
is it okay now? Yes. Let me increase. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. So a pipeline material is a type of material that is already available into the production process or a consumption center through a pipeline. For example, oil, water from a pipe, electricity, internet, broadband connection, okay, through wire. These are all pipeline material. This type of material can be consumed at any time in any quantity. Apart from this, also cannot be stored. So these pipeline materials cannot be stored. That's why at the time of creating the material, we won't get storage location. So always, whenever we try to create the material, we get storage location, right? So let me explain you. Let's say I'm creating one pipeline material MM01 and I'm selecting this PIPE pipe. Okay. So now see what will happen is once I click this org level, so here plant storage location, used to come here, right, after plant. But this is not stored. This is not stored. That's why no storage location will appear here. Okay? That is what I mean to say. So this material can be consumed at any time in any quantity, and for some days also cannot be stored. That's the reason no storage location will be appearing in SAP also. Therefore, no purchase order can be raised for pipeline material. Means whatever you consume, you pay accordingly as per the meter reading, right? Like for example, electricity bill every month he will come, okay, and he will give you the number of units which is consumed. He will give the receipt, and accordingly you will pay. Similarly, water bill, broadband internet connection, these are all pipeline material. And no GR, no GR, no Myro, okay, and no purchase order is created for pipeline material. Whenever material is required, withdraw it from vendor pipeline and consume it to any consumption purpose internally, and then settle liabilities to vendor for this withdrawal quantity only. So here we have a pipeline type. Material type is pipe. Just now we have seen. The material type for this kind of material is defined as pipe in the SAP system. There are certain characteristics of this type of material procurement. So here, pipeline material can only be consumed. One thing need to remember, and no purchase order is possible for pipeline material. Why? Why no purchase is possible? Because this is directly the vendor is supplying you into your premises, right? Like electricity bill. So why to raise the PO? You got it. Water bill, why to raise? Already it is connected through pipe, right? Inside our house. That's the reason we are never we create the PO. They may ask an interview just to confuse you. Okay, tell me the steps like how to create the PO in pipeline. So you should tell there is no purchase order for pipeline. So they will ask you why. So you need to tell because this is directly consumed and we pay accordingly as per the meter reading. No GR. Why no GR? No goods received? Because this is not no stored in a particular warehouse, right? Water is cannot be stored in warehouse or godown, right? Electricity will cannot be stored. It is directly consuming. That's why no GR. GR is only for finished product material or raw material or asset material, whatever it is, right? When you create the PO, then GR comes into picture. But when there is no PO, so why GR comes into picture? That you need to understand. And no procurement planning is possible for this material. That means no procurement. no PO, okay, no GR, these are all. Liability of material lies with the vendor only unless and until material is not consumed. So whenever it is consumed, then we need to pay accordingly as per the meter reading. Vendor will be paid only after this material is consumed and the level or extent it is consumed. It can be procured anytime as required, anywhere. It can be procured anywhere when required. No physical inventory or counting is possible. Always remember physical inventory when this comes into picture when there is a stock in warehouse. But when there is no stock, so why physical inventory will come, right? We should understand this. In goods movement, the pipeline material can only be consumed and no movements are possible. Okay. So here, how to customize? If I take you to customization part, if we see in OMS2, let's say we select material type as 5. And here, user department, in user department view, storage view is not selected by default because inventory is not maintained for pipeline material. So let me take you there. If you go to OMS2 transition, which is the implementation transition. So if I select here material type, because we are speaking about material type as pipe, right? So select this and click this quantity value updating. So here see quantity update and value update is not there for any pipeline material. Why? Because value update and quantity update is only for raw materials and finished or whatever it is. So user department. In user department view, storage view is not selected by default because inventory is not maintained for pipeline material. Just now we have seen uh, here, no storage location is coming into picture, right? So here, let me take you to another section. And here, MM01, if we select this file, if I directly click here, no storage location is there after a plant. That is what it is. Okay. And this thing you need to understand. Here I'm going to this part. Go back. OMS2 file. If we check in detail. Yeah. So here, external number assignment without check. And here, special material types pipeline is mandatory. If we talk about special procurement process, so pipeline is there, it is mandatory. And here, user department is nothing but every company, as I told you, has different departments like accounting department, purchasing department, sales department, right? But here, by default, here there is no storage department. Why? Because this is not stored anywhere in warehouse. That's the reason here there is no storage, right? Whereas, see here, quantity WM is there, but whatever is there, accounting classification, but there is no storage at all. Plant storage, nothing is there, right? And here external purchase order. So here, if it is zero, then that means no PO possible. No external purchase order allowed, right? We cannot create the PO. Whatever we are getting, we need to pay accordingly as per the meter reading. Internal purchase order. This is also not possible. No internal purchase order allowed. So always the interviewer will ask what are the settings in OMS2, what settings we do. So here, this settings you need to automatically you need to select this, and this you should be selected mode. And here external purchase order should be zero, internal purchase order should be zero. That means no external PO allowed, no internal PO allowed. Okay. And they may ask user department, which user department use will come into picture for pipeline material. So you need to tell that these are the departments. Like here directly we can see, like here, if I again click here, so these are the departments. So we have basic data one, user department view, and purchasing and accounting one. There is no MRP also. Why? Because MRP again for inventory, whatever material is inventoried, their MRP comes into picture. So since there is no inventory here because this material is directly consuming in factory or in house, so this is not there is no MRP at all. this is what it is. So these settings you need to understand why it is there, why it is not there. Okay. So expand this. Yeah. These are important parts, things you need to understand. Okay, so let me come back to this part. So here not allowed, this is not allowed. Special material type selected for pipeline, which is mandatory. So we need to, because always we need to implement it. Whenever SAP client purchase SAP software from Germany, they don't need a standard material type. They need something different, right? So in that case, we customize our own material type as per the business requirement. Pipe, instead of pipe, we select something PI O1, something like that. Okay. So here, these are the selection criteria you should understand. And click quantity value update. So here, if we see here, both the quantity and value updating indicators are not selected because inventory stock is not maintained for pipeline material. That is the reason quantity update and value update is not selected. Okay. Let me show you once again. That's what we have seen. So if we click this, double click, for pipeline material, quantity update and value update is not there. Whereas if we select ROS, then obviously raw material is inventory, right? That is kept in a warehouse storage location will be there. So with there, quantity update, value update will be there. But whereas here, for this pipeline material, no quantity update, no value update. And maintain condition record for settlement auto hire through NASD code, like here also MRKO. So for that MRKO, we need to do the settings. We'll see. Okay. And okay, directly what we can do directly from here, uh, we can do this customizing part also. Let's say I'm trying to create one vendor. So with XK01 transition code, let me first try to create a vendor. Let's say it's a gas company, right? So HP gas is a gas project. HP gas. Here I can write HP gas. You can view the HP letters as multiple.
Oh, we can say like pipeline material only for consumable materials, right?
Yeah, exactly, for consumer material. Okay. Yeah, correct. And here, country India, region 01, Andhra Pradesh or Telangana, 3G. Customer is taken care by the consultant. As of now, nothing. As such, country India, we are giving the details, current account details. Actually, this is taken care by PICO people. Let's say this SP Gas Limited current account number is blah blah blah. Okay. And here, let's say the account holder name, uh, Sheikh Faisal. Yeah. Reconciliation account always payable it is. Vendor means we need to pay, so that is the trade payables. This is also purely taken care by a FICO guy, but these are the criteria what actually we need to do. A1, A2 is a domestic payment and foreign payment. So this is A1, so this is domestic payment, right? And payment nothing as such mandatory. Order currency, let's say INR Indian rupees, right? So you can take this INR. International Chamber of Commerce is on nothing such. I'm trying to save this. So I've created one vendor, let's say HP Gas. And I can put this vendor, company code vendor. So here, like we have taken 3000, right? So we need to give here agency code. These are the settings which we need to do. So here, what is this number? Vendor number 100283. Anyone note on this number 100283? 100283. So I'm going to next keyboard, condition record, select application MR, and this is you need to select here cons, company code, vendor. Second. I think yeah, cons condition. We are going in the right way. So cons, click enter, company code, vendor. So here 283, right? That's what we have created 100283. Is this correct? LCQ SP gas company, right? And again give 100283, click enter, and go to communication and do LP01 settings, output device. Anyhow, real time this is taken care by basis, don't worry. Yeah. Now I tried to save this. Yeah. Now here this we have done. Either you can select the fax, but I have taken output device print copy. So you can take fax also. You need to give the fax number. Okay. Now we do the testing scenario. So what we do? Well, first we'll try to create one pipeline material. Okay. Let's say gas, because we have created a gas, FP gas. So in that case, you can create a gas pipeline material. In basic data tab, give material description and hydrogen gas, whatever. Unit of measure kg, material group gases, accounting 1 BU, 3000, price control, and this. So I try to create this pipeline material. Go to MM01, and here will give only plant will come, no storage location, because this is not stored in a warehouse. 3000, click enter. So let's say gas, so I need gas, kilogram, kg, gas, gases, click enter. And in purchasing, nothing as such here, click enter. Here, select valuation class, which is mandatory. So 3000, obviously, demo version. And here you can take a variable price. Let's say gas now how much? Let's say 200 rupees. Now save this number 1590. Anyone try to note it down? 1590. Okay. And now second step, we create the information record, info record, by the combination of vendor, material, and info category as pipeline, which is mandatory. It is not optional. So if plant is having more than one purchase organization, then enter this plant as standard purchase organization here. So here, these are the mandatory fields we need to give at the time of creating the information record. So now what I will do, so note, have you noted down this number 1590? Now create the info record with M11 transition code. So 1590 is coming by default, and also vendor HP gas, which we have created just now, right? And here in info category, we need to select pipeline. So here, that's the reason in special procurement process, we have contracting, pipeline, consignment, and third party also. After this pipeline, I am going to show you third party, which is our next part in special procurement process. So here, nothing as such mandatory.
Obviously, subcontracting I have not.
No, already subcontracting is finished, but I cannot. I will share you the subcontracting recording. Already that is over. Yeah, already we have finished. That's a standard quantity. Let's say 1000. And here net price I'm giving 1260. Let's say. It's 200. Tax code, you need to select any one tax code. Let's say tax exempt. This is mandatory. See, whatever MRQ auto settlement is there, without giving this tax code, that will the document number will not generate. Most of the students, what they do, they don't select any tax code. Either for consignment also, the same thing is there. There also auto settlement, no invoice, no Myro posting, right? Here also for this pipeline material, no invoice, right? No PO, no GR, MyGo, and no MyRo. But here in auto settlement process, you need to select this tax code mandatory. To select the tax examination, that is nothing zero, right? But you have to take any one tax code that is mandatory. Or else what will happen if you don't select this, then in MRKO settlement, auto settlement, document number will not generate. That is what. That is why you need to select this task code here. Okay? Now I'm trying to set into purchase group. Okay, so I can do anything. Rajesh or Rajesh. Yeah. So now I have created this information record, info record.
Info record is
Now,
mandatory for this pipeline, right?
yes. The info record is mandatory even for consignment also. Info record is mandatory even for subcontracting. Info record is mandatory. You cannot say this is optional. Okay. Yeah. So
Third party also info record is mandatory.
no, they are not necessary. So yeah, if you maintain because most of the company they go via info record also only. For now, normal process also they maintain information record because the benefit of info record is whatever prices and conditions you are taking there, that will come in PO by default. No need of giving manually in net price in line item of PO. No need of giving the net price. Okay, if you maintain the information record, that will pick up from this. If you are creating this info record, then directly in net price, PO net price, that will come by default. So goods issue to cost center. So step 3. So since I told you there is no PO, right? No need of creating the purchase order. And again, there is no goods received and there is no Miro posting. So what is the step we need to do? Directly goods issue to cost center. Let's say I am directly consuming this to a particular department. Cost center is nothing but a particular department. So in a company, let's say Reliance company, they have various departments, right? Purchasing department, sales department, accounting department, right? And cafeteria is also one of the department. So let's say in cafeteria, okay, it's a cost center that is consumed. So goods issue to cost center, this is what the interval will expect. So A07 is nothing but goods issue and R10. So here special stock is the 201P. This is what the interval will expect. What is the movement type? 201P. P is pipeline and 201K is for consignment. In way tab and also plant material, we need to give this. Okay. And in the accounting and in the account assignment tab, enter the cost center. So here already cost center is defined for predefined. Otherwise, if you are practicing in your own enterprise structure, then you need to create the cost center. That is somewhat headache. But this I will show you in inventory management how to create the cost center. Though this cost center is purely customized by Pico consultant, but because for practicing purpose, I'll show you. Don't worry. So at the time of inventory management, then there I will show you how to create our own cost center. Okay, if we are going with our own enterprise structure, then this I will show you. Yeah. Now, boost issue to cost center with MyGo transition code. So what I'm doing is MyGo, select A07. So the interviewer will expect this. MyGo बोले तो नहीं चलता. You need to tell MyGo and here A07 boost issue, here R10, and here in material you need to give the material number. What is that material number? Anyone noted down? No? And can anyone tell that number? What is that?
1590, sir.
Are you sure? 1590.
This
Yeah.
is correct. 1590.
Yeah. And quantity, let's say
Yes,
I
sir.
have.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
1290.
Yeah, correct. Because already it is showing, no? We are seeing material, the gas. Yeah, this is what we have created. Okay, you can mute yourself. Some noise is there in the background. Yeah, so quantity. Yeah, mute yourself. Some noise, there's some disturbance is there. All of you mute yourself. Yeah, thank you. Yes, so here now in beta we need to select the 201P. This is important. And quantity, how much quantity we are going to consume. Let's say we have quantity I'm consuming 100. And where we need to select the 201 comes by default, boost issue for percentage, this is standard. But since this is pipeline, we need to select this manually 201P. P is nothing but pipeline material. This is what the interviewer will expect. Okay, and you need to give the plant and storage location. No need of storage location, but plant is 3000, right? So here, just to give plant. And what
Means
else?
I mean to
Yeah,
say here only we need to issue the stock from
yeah,
by using MyGo.
yes, yes, yeah, exactly, exactly. Yes, yes,
Issue
exactly.
to
Got it.
cost center 201.
Yes, yes, goes issue to cost center 201P. Yes. So these are the criteria, mandatory fields. We need to give the material number. See here, plant, but no storage location is there. So don't give the storage location because this is not stored anywhere, right? So in account assignment, you give the cost center. So what I'm doing is in account assignment. One second. Okay. I got the call. So cost center as of now for 3000 demo version, 1000 is there. Sales. Yeah. In partner already HP gas is there. You have given this all information. Item okay, check in post. So no stock in MMB and inventory is not required on quantity basis. So here, item okay, check in post. So here, item okay, and here, check in post. Order directly, you can save this. So no stock. So if you want to check, you can check in MMB because this is directly consumed to a particular department. That's why there is no stock in MMB. Click in OMWM. So if you want to see transaction key and account modifier, the interval will ask what are the accounting documents hit with the 201P movement type. So see, observe accounting document in MyGo display. So what is happening? Accounts payable account credited and consumption raw material to cost center debited. Okay. So let me take you to OMWM transaction code. You will understand what exactly the account modifier is. Though this is purely this area is a part of FICO, but they will ask the interval will ask this kind of question also. What is the account modifier, accounting document? So just we need to remember, and that's it. They will not go in very deep. Sometimes they may not ask at all the accounting document. Let me show you how to check the accounting document. Let's say here always A04, right? Click enter, click doc info button, click FI document, and click this accounting document, right? Here we have accounting document. We do not want P movement type. The interviewer will ask this also. Accounts payable is credited, minus is credited, and raw material is debited. This is what the interviewer will expect. We do not want movement type. Accounting document is created. Don't say no accounting document is generated. If you say like this, then you have wasted your time, and the interviewer will say you can leave for the day. So be very much careful here. Here with 201P movement type, accounts payable, account credit, see here. Amount is different. So here, whatever amount we have given there, we have taken something different, right? So here, see, 1,20,000 accounts payable. This is credited, raw material is debited. Okay, consumption raw material debited to cost center. This is what. So this transaction, see, with account modifier PIP, transaction is con, and here GBB consumption and VBR. To check this, actually, you need to go here in OMWM transaction code. There you will understand more in deeply. Let me take you there. If you go to OMWM transaction code, OMWM, OMWM, right? OMWM. Transaction code actually OMWM. So go to position. What is our movement type? So 201. Let's take the special stock as PE. execute. The 201P, see here. If you go here, click this detail button. So here it is. The transaction key, consignment payable, account modifier 5. So this is what it is. Transaction GBP. See, this is con, account modifier 5. Consignment payable. You can see here. Consignment payable. Transaction key, con, account modifier PIP. Transaction key, con. Okay, this is transaction key, account modifier PIP. Okay, and for GBB, the account modifier is BBR, offsetting entry for inventory posting. What is GBB? They may ask. GBB is nothing but offsetting entry for inventory posting. So account modifier is BBR. So here, if you see the GBB offsetting entry and the account modifier is BBR. So sometimes the interval will respect this also, the accounting document. Okay, clear?
How to
Any doubt?
remember these things, obviously? Accounting
Just you
documents
need
and
to, yeah, just you need to remember and make a note of this point. You know, you need to just remember this, because just you just see, if you tell this, also that is enough. Accounts payable is credited, raw material is debited. That's it. Don't go in consumption, raw material is all blah blah blah. Just material is debited, accounts payable is credited. That's it. They will not ask this in detail. Transaction, what is the account modifier, what is the transaction key. They won't go, because they go for PICO consultant in detail. For PICO consultant, they need to understand this all. Their interview will expect. But here, for us, just say account payable is credited with 201P movement type, and raw material is debited. That's it. Okay.
raw material goes out, so it's debited, and
Yes.
accounts
Yes.
payable
Created.
comes in
Yeah.
credited.
Yeah. Now say print transmit copy to vendor. So how the vendor should know that this is consumed, right? So for this reason, we are transmitting this copy to vendor via NAST code. So here we go here. Yeah, you can mute yourself, straight away. So NAST code. So select this MR application, condition record, cons, company code vendor. Okay, and this execute communication also. This all settings already we have done this, right? Save this. So automatically this will go. One copy will go to vendor. Okay, with MR91 transition code. MR91. Take a transmission medium as a printer. One, and what else? Okay, this is no. This is after creating the invoice MRQ transaction. Okay, so this is what means the settings, and now auto settlement, auto IR, that is MRQ, because there is no micro posting for pipeline, so we have auto settling via MRQ. Okay, so we need to give company code, vendor. These are the prerequisites, plant and material, and now see, I go to MRQ transaction code. I'm not using Miro. Okay, and what is that vendor number? Have anyone noted down that number? 100 क्या था? 8 first time क्या था? मुझे HP gas, right?
100,283.
Okay. You can search like this also. See here. 100,283. Okay, and give here plan 3000 and material. What was that material number?
1590.
1590. Right.
90.
Yeah, and now you remove this consignment. This is a pipeline. So first we'll check in display mode. Then if everything is correct, then we settle it. Okay. So you
What
need
is
to put
the
the,
transaction, obviously, this consignment
this
settlement?
MRKO.
MRQ.
Yeah. So here say information not settled. we are getting not settled. So now here, once it is settled, the document number will get generated. As I told you, for this number to come, what you need to do, you need to, at the time of creating information record, info record, you need to select the task code. So most of the students, they don't select the task code, and then what will happen? The document number will not get generated. Now, as of now, this is not settled. So now go back and now you select this settle and execute. Okay, settle and execute. Now see, document number will get generated. This is what it is. The document is created. If you double click this, then it will take you to receipt invoice document. Why MRQ transaction? This is what MRQ means. We have paid to vendor. So here see, document number is the company code, fiscal year. So we have generated the invoice. Why MRQ transaction code? In the next, can observe auto created settlement document number based on document type number ranges. Okay, in OMR4 transaction code. So in OMR4 transaction code, we can see OMR4. In OMR4 document type number ranges. So the document type. Yeah, so this number range is actually whatever number we are getting, that we are getting via OMR4. Okay, click document type invoice verification. So here, if we select this IR invoice verification, because this is invoice, right? So here, go to IR. So it is. Uh, so here, OMR. We are missing here document number and OMR. Click document type and invoice verification. Yeah. The document type in invoice verification, that yeah, the vendor invoice is there, verification type, document type. Let's say RE. So this we can see the number ranges. So whatever number ranges, let's say here 3000. This is something different, like at the time of customizing the number ranges. So here 2022 is also there maybe, or else you need to configure this. So anyhow, this is not much important. So here see this MRQ auto settlement, we got the number ranges. So that number range, how it is coming, that I have tried to show this OMR4. We can see this. Okay. So now select the MRQ and click the detail button and observe it. So here already we have seen. Check the accounting document. So vendor account credited with transaction KBS and account payable debited with transaction KBS. So this again, the interviewer may ask like what are the accounting document created at the time of auto settlement, auto IR process. So how to check this? So we can check even MIR4 also. So if I go to MIR4 display invoice, because invoice is created, right? So MIR4, this is what the MRQ number we got, right? Here, how to check the accounting document in Miro, auto settlement, or in Miro also, I'll show you. Like in GR, we know A04, right? Here, we need to click follow on documents, accounting document. I think because CB New York, this is not the one which we have done, right? So here, something. Yeah, what was the accounting document number? Anyone noted down that number? You need to give that number, yeah. Okay, so let me check again. Yeah, the display, no? So display is my God. So this is for GR. So for this auto settlement, we have done that. Hmm. So you need to select this settle withdrawals. This I think we have not selected. So here pipeline settle and settle withdrawals execute, because I think already that we have created. Here one thing you need to remember how this accounting document is generated. So click accounting document, vendor account credited with transaction KPS and accounts payable debited with transaction KPS. Here also KPS and here also KPS. Now send the settlement document number to vendor, MR91 transaction code. Yeah. Now we need to send this to vendor, MR91. Yeah, this is one the document number we have. Let me show you this. I'm opening another session. So with MIR4, see this document number is different, right? So what was that number? Let me put this. This is what it is, right? Your document does not exist. Okay, anyways, yeah. So now document date, not mandatory transmission medium like print and processing mode, final process, first processing, execute. So this is the document number. Select this and execute. So all selected outputs successfully processed. Okay. So here we have given the document number and they are executed. In the next screen, select whole row and click to print preview button. So we got this information. This is about pipeline. So any doubt, anyone? Yeah, now tell me. So goods issue to cost center. This I will show you at the time of starting inventory management. Okay. So how to create the cost center? This I have given here. So you can, if you want to practice, you can just if you want to create. If you are practicing in your own enterprise structure at the time, this is needed. Otherwise, if you're practicing in predefined, 3000 already cost center, 1000 is available. That's the reason I have mentioned here how to configure cost center. Though cost center is purely taken care by PP and goods issue to production order. This is again taken care by PP consultant here. So this is also I have shown you in detail. Okay, but though this is not our area, but also this production center, how it is, confirm production order with the CO11. This is all taken care by PP consultant. Don't worry. This just for your information purpose, I have given this, but it doesn't mean that the interview will ask this PP and other model questions. Don't worry. Okay, just this for knowledge purpose, I have given this. Okay, this subcontracting already we have finished. Yeah, any doubt, anyone till now regarding pipeline material? Said away. Prakash,
Yeah,
Rajesh.
pipeline. I just am summarizing the steps. Only we need to
Yeah.
create the receive.
No, first we create a pipeline material. Okay, whatever pipeline you are
Okay,
as per the business requirement. Let's say water. Okay, so you just create one pipeline material by selecting the material type. This is what the
pipe.
interviewer will expect. Material type as pipe, and give the description whatever pipeline consumable materials are there that you need to give in the description. Okay, and then the second step is what you are doing. You are creating one consignor pipeline, like vendor, pipeline vendor. Let's say like just now we have
Okay,
created SV gas, okay, or electricity or broadband active fiber. That is your vendor. And then you need to create the info record information, which is mandatory, it is not optional, with M11 transaction code with a combination of vendor and material and plant. You need to create, and here you need to maintain the tax code. Otherwise, at the time of auto settlement MRQ, the document number will not generate it. This is what the Indian will expect. And then what you will do, goods issued to cost center directly via MyGo A07. You need to give how much is consumed, that you need to give in the quantity tab and give the material, and you need to select the account assignment cost center as 1000 for predefined 3000. That is what it is. And then what you will do, you settle via MRQ. So here what the interview will expect is, okay, can you tell me the steps? So the steps are important. What you will do. So don't ever say that the blunder mistake what the students will do is, because they are addicted. They are very much addicted by creating material and by raising the PO and passing the GR. Especially I'm talking about MM students, because they become addicted there. So they will again they will answer this type of stupid answers also they will give here. We'll create a pipeline PO and will pass the GR. This is the stupid answers. Again, the interview will be shocked if you tell like this. How PO is generated, because that is directly the pipeline vendor is supplying into your company. Na? So how much you are consumed, you pay accordingly as per the meter reading, right? So there is no PO, there is no GR, no inventory is possible, no MRP is there possible. Just to confuse you, the interviewer will ask, okay, how MRP is done for pipeline material. So your answer should be, since it is a consumable material, so there is no inventory at all, no PO, no GR possible. Understand? So that's the reason MRP is not possible here. So they will just twist you. You should be very much clear, specific, transparent by answering it. Okay. And after MRQ, then you need to send this print copy to pipeline vendor with the MR91 transaction code. That's it. You have done with your job. And sometimes they may ask with, yeah, in goods issued to cost center, what is the movement type? The interviewer will expect 201 P. 201 P. 201 will come by default, but you need to select P. That is important manually. Understand? Yeah. Yes, other way.
yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah. So tomorrow I'm going to start the third part. Hmm? Okay then. So I'm stopping the class.